Good morning and welcome to Peace Out, where we are all learning together to peace out. You should be able to finish that for me now, right? We are working on it every single day. Why? Because we know God's got our back. We know that God's on our side. We know that we got a word we can grab every single day that's going to help us make it through the day. We've got hope. We've got promise. We've got good things. It says he stores up good things for the righteous, right? And we're righteous by faith. Jesus made us righteous. All of my actions aren't always perfect. I do bad things every now and then, or I do wrong things, or I make mistakes, or I make dumb decisions sometimes, right? But God's still got my back. He's not going to throw us away. He's not going to walk away. He's in it for the long haul, and he's going to walk through time with us until we can meet him in eternity and walk with him forever, right? So, peace out. See you tomorrow. No, just kidding. Okay, so this week we are in Psalm 118. Let's see, what is this? This is Wednesday. So this is day 3. Man, this is just a good psalm. But I promise I'm not going to write 118 days in Psalm 118, right? If you know, I got 31 days in Psalm 31, right? But I won't be writing 118 days in Psalm 118. But there's some really good stuff in this psalm. I have really enjoyed just meditating on this week. And I'm looking forward to the next couple of days before we move on to something else, right? So today I want to look at verses 10 through 13, and I might throw 14 in. I'm trying to say 14 tomorrow, but it might be hard. But in verses 10 through 13, the psalmist talks about how he just felt surrounded. He just felt overwhelmed. He felt like everything was crushing in on him. And that's the words he used. As a matter of fact, he used surrounded 4 times, and that he felt like his enemy was pushing him violently. Have you ever been in situations in life, and I hope you're not in one right now, but if you're not in one right now, wait around. It'll come around. But if you are in a situation right now that something or just life itself is just pressing in, know that God's still got your back. What I love about what the psalmist says here is he says, man, I was surrounded. I was being smothered. I was being squished. I was having the life sucked out of me. But he always had that in there. He said, but he says, all the nations surrounded me. Now we assume this is David, may not be, but there were times when they were all against him. He could not find a safe spot. And that's why he ended up in the cave. So where he wrote Psalm 31, right? He was running from Saul was chasing him. Kings were chasing him. Men were chasing him. The Philistines were chasing him. And nobody liked him there for a little while, right? And so he understood being surrounded. He understood being pressed in on. But he says, all the nations surrounded me. But he made this declaration, in the name of the Lord, I will destroy them. I'm going to win because God's got my back, because God's on my side. Is it Hebrews? It says there's several places that God is for us, who could be against us? Romans 8, I think, right? If God is for us, who could stand against us? Who could fight against us? No weapons may form, Isaiah 54:17. Weapons may form against you, but they can't prosper. So if you feel surrounded, know that we will destroy those things that come at us through this word and through trusting God, right? That's the whole point. But he says, in the name of the Lord, not by himself, in the name of the Lord, I will destroy him. And listen to the next verse 11. They surrounded me. He's going, they were all the way around. I was being crushed, right? Yes, he said, they surrounded me. Yes, they surrounded me. But in the name of the Lord, I will destroy them. He's going back to God for his anchor. He's going back to God for his hope. He's putting his faith in God, and he's making that declaration. So he said that they're surrounded him 3 times, and so far twice he said, but through God, I'll destroy all these things that are coming at me. Then verse 12, he says this almost the same thing, right? They surrounded me like bees, and that's a very scary thing. I have a very funny story about a bee, but I may have to just share it later but it is. You can read my today's devotional for caregivers and see the story about the bee that was funny. But they surround me like bees. Have you ever been attacked by a swarm of bees, or even a couple of bees, or a bee, right? But especially something like hornets and that, they'll swarm and they'll all attack, right? And it can be a very dangerous thing. And they usually go for the head, right? It says that they were quenched like a fire of thorns. For in the name of the Lord, I will destroy them. He's like, they're coming at me. They're trying to get in my head. the enemies are trying to press in on me. They've got me surrounded. I feel like I'm surrounded by all these different things that are going on all at the same time, because we have all these different things that we work through every single day, right? But he keeps going back to, but in the name of the Lord, I will destroy them. Then in the verse 13, he says this, you pushed me violently that I might fall. So he's like, I'm surrounded. They're pressing in. They're pushing me. I think I'm going to fall. They're trying to knock me out of the fight. That's all the devil wants. He can't have your faith. He can't take it away because God gave it to you. He gave everyone a measure of faith, right? But he can get you distracted. He can get you in doubt. He can try to just press in so that you give up, right? It says, you pushed me violently so that I would fall, or so that I would fail, or so that I would go back on what God had told me. But the Lord helped me. I love these 4 verses here because he's so open and real. He's going, man, everything is crashing in, but I'm going to win. Why? By the power of the Lord, by the name of the Lord, by the blood of the cross that Jesus shed on the cross. Because I know this word, I can pull out scriptures to help remind my head, we're not going down in this fight. We may feel surrounded, but we're not alone. God is in that fight with us, and he's going to help us win. We got to just keep coming back to this word. Find a scripture that you need to stand on today for whatever arena, whether it's finances or health, or you need wisdom. There's always a scripture to stand on. You can always encourage yourself. I started, I think last week, talking about going on a doubt fast. And so I've been gathering scriptures that build your faith, like he who began a good work is going to finish it. You may feel surrounded, but he's going to finish that work. We may feel surrounded, but he's going to make good on his promise. We may feel surrounded, but God's going to come through with us and for us and push us through too, because he can't help himself. He's God and he can't lose, right? The battle is really, when we give the battle to him, he can handle the battle. All we got to do is keep our eyes on him, like Jesus and Peter in the storm. If Peter had kept his eyes on Jesus, how different would that story have read? How far would he have walked? But he looked at the storm. He looked at what was surrounding him, right? So we got to stop looking at what's surrounding us. We can acknowledge it. God, I'm surrounded. I'm overwhelmed. I'm being pressed. I'm being pulled. I'm being crushed. But I will destroy them because the Lord will help me. That's my PowerPoint for the day. God's going to help me work through whatever I'm facing right now, today, August 13th, 2025. He's got our backs and he's got your back. That's why we can peace out. Peace out. Have a great day. I'll see you again tomorrow.